It's not uncommon at all for us to have to convert units of measure. Um, you know, in the drafting industry, we're all the time dealing with the size and shape of objects. So depending on the type of field that you go into, whether it's mechanical, maybe you're going to convert inches into millimeters. Perhaps you're going to go into architectural, and then you're going to look at feet and inches, and you may have to convert those into meters. Or perhaps you're in the civil field where you have to use miles, feet, and even decimal feet instead of feet and inches. So it's really critical that you understand how to convert units of measures. Now there's a few unit conversion factors that I think you should commit to memory, and you probably have already done some of these in grade school. For example, it's pretty common for us to know that there's 5,280 feet in a mile, and we should all know that there are 12 inches in a foot. And this is one that I want you to commit to memory if you haven't already done so, and that's there are 25.4 millimeters in an inch. You should also know that there are 10 millimeters in a centimeter. There are 100 centimeters in a meter, and so that's going to mean that there are 1,000 millimeters into a meter. So those are some basic conversion factors that you should know. So I'm going to teach you how to work through these manually. It's important, I think, that you understand the process of working through these manually, and I hope that you would take out a piece of paper and when you solve these problems and lay these problems out in this format, and you should be able to convert units easy. If you go on into engineering programs or engineering school, this is going to be a common place for you to convert from one unit of measure to another. So understand the processes involved. So here we've got a problem that we're wanting to convert 3.75 inches to millimeters. So the first thing I want you to do is review the conversion factor. So we know that there are 25.4 millimeters in an inch. So we want to lay this problem out in such a way that we put it in fraction form. So any number that's divided by 1 is equal to that number. So we're going to put 3.75 over 1. So we haven't changed that number, but we're putting it in fraction form to lay this problem out in a little bit easier way. So we're going to multiply this number, 3.75 inches over 1, times the conversion factor. So here we have 25.4 millimeters over 1 inch. Now it's critical that you arrange these in the right order. We're wanting to cancel out the inches. So the inches should be on the top on the left, and it should be on the bottom on the right. So that's how you determine when you write your conversion factor in is which one is going to be opposite of the units you're trying to get rid of. So the inches are canceled away and we're left with millimeters. So we simply multiply with our calculator 3.75 times 25.4, and the inch units are gone and we're left with millimeters. So the conversion factor, 25.4 millimeters over 1 inch, is equal to 1. So we're not changing the number itself when we multiply by 1, but we are changing the way the number is represented in the form of the unit of measures. So that's kind of the thing that you need to wrap your mind around. So let's do another. So here we've got 0.125 inches to millimeters. So we're going to put that in our fraction form, 0.125 inches over 1. And again, we're going to use our conversion factor. The inches is in the denominator on the bottom. So we have 25.4 millimeters over 1 inch. The inches cancel each other out and we're left with millimeters. So we take our calculator, 0.125 times 25.4 gives us 3.175 millimeters. Okay, let's go again. So here we have 10 inches and we want to convert that to millimeters. So we're going to put that in our same fraction form, 10 inches over 1 multiplied by the conversion factor. We're putting the inch on the bottom again and we're multiplying across, canceling off our inches, and that leaves us with 254 millimeters. So let's do 2.375 inches to millimeters. So again, we're laying this out in our fraction form, 2.375 inches over 1 times the conversion factor. 1 is on the bottom, the inches cancel away, and we put in our calculator 2.375 times 25.4. Okay, so let's kind of reverse the roles now. This time we're going to multiply, or we're going to convert 5 millimeters to inches. So again, any number divided by 1 is equal to that number. So we're going to put the 5 millimeters over 1, so we haven't changed that number, and we're going to multiply it by the conversion factor. Notice this time that because we're trying to cancel the millimeters, that the 25.4 millimeters is on the underside, the denominator side. So that means the millimeters are canceled off and we're left with inches. So the way I put this in my calculator is 5 divided by 25.4, and that's going to give me 0.197. Let's try that again. Here we have 12.7 millimeters to inches. We know our conversion factor, 1 inch equals 25.4 millimeters. We're going to put that in our fraction form. If you'll use this fraction formula, you'll get comfortable with it, and you can convert any unit as long as you know the conversion factor. So 12.7 millimeters over 1 times the conversion factor, arranged so that the millimeters will cancel each other out. We're going to take 12.7 and we're going to divide it by 25.4, and that's going to give us 0.5 inches. The millimeters are canceled off. Let's do 36.9. 36.9 millimeters over 1 times the conversion factor, 1 inch over 25.4. The millimeters cancel each other off, and we're left with 36.9 divided by 25.4, which is 1.453 inches. 63.5 millimeters to inches. We're going to do the same equation. 63.5 millimeters over 1 times the conversion factor. The millimeters will cancel off, and we're left with 63.5 divided by 25.4 inches, which is 2.5 inches. Alright, this time we're going to convert inches into feet. So we know that the conversion factor is there's 12 inches in 1 foot. So in this case we have 3.75 inches, and we want to convert that to feet. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put 3.75 inches over 1, and then we're going to multiply that by the conversion factor. So 3.75 inches over 1 times 1 foot over 12 inches. And again, notice how the inches are opposite of one another. So the inches cancel away, leaving only the feet units. And we have 3.75 divided by 12, which shouldn't have so many decimal places, but I believe it is going to be, let me just double check that, 0.313. So we kind of got an extra decimal place there in front of the 0, so it's actually 0.313 feet. We're going to, this time, do 8 inches. So we lay this out in our same formula. Notice we're using the same exact formula every time. We put the number that we have over 1, and we multiply it by the conversion factor, which is equal to 1. We arrange it so that the units of measure are opposite. They cancel off, so the inches are canceled, leaving us 8 feet divided by 12, which is 0.66 feet. Okay, I think we're getting the idea now, but let's go the other way. We have 2.5 feet, and we want to know how many inches that is. So we're going to put 2.5 feet over 1. We're going to multiply by our conversion factor. This time, notice that the feet is in the denominator, so there's 1 foot. And 12 inches on the numerator. The feet are going to cancel off, leaving only the inch unit. So we have 2.5 times 12, which is 30 inches. So here we have 1.25 feet to go to inches. So we lay this out, 1.25 over 1 times 12 inches over 1 foot. The feet cancel, leaving only the inches. 1.25 times 12 is 15 inches. Sometimes you have to do this in multiple steps. So here we're wanting to convert 1.25 meters to inches. You could go online and find a conversion factor to go directly from meters to inches, but in this case we'll take it in 2 steps. So we know if we were to go into centimeters or millimeters. Let's just go from meters directly to millimeters to find this problem. So I'm going to convert the meters to millimeters. So 1.25 meters over 1 times 1,000 millimeters over 1 meter. The meters cancel, leaving 1,250 millimeters. And now I'm going to convert the millimeters to inches. So I have 1,250 millimeters over 1 times 1 inch over 25.4 millimeters. The millimeters cancel, leaving me with 1,250 divided by 25.4. That's going to give me 49.213 inches. Be sure you're putting these on paper and working them out with your calculator and getting the same answers. You can always pause and replay this video. This time we're going to go 0.75 meters to inches. So same thing, we're going to go to millimeters first and then to inches. 0.75 meters over 1 times 1,000 millimeters over 1 meter. The meters cancel off, leaving us with 0.75 times 1,000, which is 750 millimeters. Now we're going to convert the millimeters to inches. 750 millimeters over 1 times 1 inch over 25.4 millimeters. The millimeters cancel out, so we have 750 divided by 25.4, which is 29.528 inches. So there's some other conversion factors that I think you should be comfortable with. Some of these you probably have memorized, such as the day and the hour and the minute. That's pretty common knowledge. But you should be comfortable using the same method with any conversion factor. But I'm going to test you on a few of these as well. So let's work through a couple of these. So let's convert a metric ton let's convert kilograms to a metric ton. So our conversion factor is 1 metric ton equals 1,000 kilograms. So we're going to convert kilograms to metric tons using our same equation. 4,325 kilograms over 1 times 1 metric ton divided by 1,000 kilograms equals 4.325 metric tons. Kilograms are canceled off, leaving only the metric tons. We're going to convert 1.1 pounds to kilograms. I'm going to put this in my equation. 1.1 pound over 1 times 1 kilogram divided by 2.205 pounds. The pounds cancel out, leaving me with 1.1 divided by 2.205, which is 0.499 kilograms. I hope this little video will help you better understand how to calculate and convert units of measure. I think it's important that you be able to do this longhand. I'm well aware that there are tons of online utilities, high-end calculators and even smartphone and tablet apps that will do this same function for you. But I think it's important that you understand the processes behind the conversion factors before you simply jump into all of those apps and all of those tools to help you do it for you, because you need to have the ability to look at an answer and ask yourself, is that realistic or is that even possible? So I hope this helps you with the assignment in converting units of measure. If you have any questions or want to contact me, please do so via email, jkcasey@asub.edu. Thank you.